Hey, my name is Anthony and I run a small business here in Michigan called Prince Fabrication, where we produce custom product displays, point of purchase displays, things of the retail environment nature, things to support small businesses. Today we're going to be doing a day in the life video, something a little fun, and I know a lot of you have been asking about a shop tour, so I'm going to do that at the end of the video, and I have a little secret that I'm going to share as well. This morning was fortunately kind of cool, so my wife and I got up a little early and got in our hot tub, had a nice cup of coffee, and just spent some time together. I'm on my second cup of coffee now, and I'm laser cutting a couple jobs. I have a few jobs on the laser that are still kind of old stuff, templates, laser cut templates out of clear acrylic. While that's cutting, I have Claude putting together a CRM for our customers on Airtable instead of using the old Google Drive. Claude also monitors my email inbox every 4 to 6 hours and updates that based on any of the emails that we got from our customers. Yesterday, I reached out to about 97 customers in our area, boutiques, retail chains, bakeries, other small businesses that might have a use for product displays. 2 of them reached out to me in a positive manner, which was great. One of them, kind of off-brand, wants some Christmas ornaments, special Christmas ornaments, laser engraved. So I think I'm going to do those just to kind of build a relationship with them. They said that they had a low budget, so I'm kind of curious to see where they're at with that. And then the other one was a bakery. I'm excited about that one because last year we created a display for cake pops and it looked really awesome. We actually did it for my daughter's birthday, so I'm kind of stoked that we could reuse that design and sell it. I don't know why I didn't have it on my Etsy shop or our Fair account. You live and learn. Another use for Claude this morning was I was feeding it some of the receipts from Etsy just to kind of see how much profit I was producing in one day, just kind of fun. So it's looking at the receipts. I'm telling it basically what I used for material. A lot of those jobs nested together. Our lure holders are selling really well on Amazon right now. I think that we're doing about 1.5 per day, and they're out of stock, which really sucks. I had a box of 19 that left the house yesterday to go to the Amazon warehouse, so that'll be maybe a week before it gets scanned in, but I'll have another box tomorrow. I'm waiting for the hardware to come back from McMaster-Carr. If you don't use them, you should, because it's literally the next day you get your stuff. But I'll have another box maybe of 20 or 30 that I can send out tomorrow. I'm really excited that these are taken off. I had them on fulfilled by manufacturer, which is me, and nobody bought a single one, and now that they're on Amazon Prime through their warehouse, super great. The problem is I sell these for $35 and Amazon takes about $10. I'm not complaining about the fees in any way. Obviously, it's a bummer, but again, I would rather sell at a mall around people, foot traffic, than sell at a tiny standalone shop in a cornfield. The marketing that they do is incredible. It's just hands off. I just send it in and they handle the rest. So thumbs up. If you want to sell on Amazon, check it out. I think when we moved from selling these on Etsy to Amazon, it more than 10x'd the sales. So might be something to consider if you run your own business. I am only running these on 2 machines right now, but I think I can get 12 done in one day, which is way more than enough. Amazon's telling me that I need 29 in stock, but the way that they're selling right now, I think I'm gonna try to keep 100 just in case, you know, things go crazy. I had to take a little break to feed our bunnies. They also ran away this morning. I don't know how, but the door opened up and my wife and I had to chase them in our bathing suits this morning because they were in the middle of the yard. Thankfully, they didn't run away. I had about 5 of these armchair covers that I needed to bend up. I have 2 more to do. I already laser cut them, so I'm gonna just package them up in a sec. I really love this new line bender, but the problem is it can't do smaller than 4 inches. So when I bend it, I have to actually flip it in really weird ways that I don't like. but these bigger ones work out really well. I did buy 2 more line benders that I can adjust, so I can make 2 bends at the same time when I get a larger order. I think I'm gonna end up doing these shelf talkers a little bit later. There's 200, maybe 300 of those that I need to ship out. And they shouldn't take long, but it'd go a lot faster if I could set up that other line bender. The problem is they didn't send me the power cord and adjuster knob thing with one of them, so I don't know if I want to just splice it together or just reach out to Amazon to see if they can send me a new one. This is a 2-pack of these, so I'm gonna box that up really quick and then we'll get going on the rest, and then I'm gonna move on to those shelf talkers. And then hopefully later today after lunch, I can set up the router to finish cutting all of the orders for the rest of the week. I was using this really cool paper to kind of wrap these up before, but I found that bubble wrap is a little bit better when it comes to packaging. All the parts get there safely and I don't have any issues. I did have one of them break the other day, so I ended up replacing it for free. That was one that I shipped with the paper. I think this tape might be a little bit too long. I think it's super funny how UPS is 1 cent less than USPS on almost every label that I bought. So thanks, UPS. I bought some sweet UV cured resin glue that I was testing out. A customer wanted me to make some of these trays. It's a 4x6 tray, and I think they actually want the notch on this side, so I'm gonna redo that really quick. I seriously love that glue. It works so well, and you can wipe it off before it cures. So that's kind of one of the issues that I've been having with the weld-on or that acrylic cement. I just don't really know about the longevity of this. I would think that if it was out in the sun, it would just cure a lot more, but yeah, really love this glue. I'll put a link to it in the description, I guess. I'm gonna route some stuff out of this 1/2-inch clear acrylic, probably end up using the whole rest of the sheet, and then I gotta go pick up another sheet of 1 inch and then some black 1/8 inch. Now that those are done, I'm gonna flame polish them. First, I gotta sand them up a little bit, but before that, I gotta find my sander and make another coffee. When I flame polish stuff, sometimes I need to sand the edges because there's little defects and I don't really want to see that. So I have my sander here and I'm gonna just go over this piece before I flame polish it. If you've watched this far, I'm gonna give you a little secret. Typically, I don't like to share numbers, but today I was tracking how many things I was producing, how many packages and orders and material costs, and my total profit. So I'm gonna share that with you today once Claude is done crunching those numbers. Today, everything we produced was acrylic. So this number is some of the sales that came in last week, some from today, here and there. This isn't today's sales. That would be a different number that I'm not gonna share just because we have to get a scope from all of our selling platforms, blah, blah, blah. I don't really wanna do that. Revenue from the items produced today was $991.86. The material costs were $111.80. Etsy fees were about $100, roughly about 10% of our revenue. Shipping labels is $150 to $165. I haven't gotten to packaging that bigger rectangle yet, but estimated profit about $615 to $630, which I think is pretty great. Depends on where some of those shipping labels are gonna come in. But that is kind of what I did today. The reason that I wanted to do that is because I want to be able to know how much money I'm making. Typically, I'm still in that like solopreneur mindset. Now our business is set up structurally as an S corporation, LLC. So I could be hiring somebody. My wife and I are on payroll, but she is also part of the company, so we're avoiding some of those things like workers' comp. We had to file a paper saying that we didn't want that. But anyways, I want to be able to hire somebody someday, and I want it to be somebody that is good with their hands, somebody that's willing to learn. Obviously, if somebody's not a good fit, we're not going to keep them around. But the thing that's holding me back is this space, and I kind of wanted to give a little shop tour today. I'm going to just do it right now, no cleaning up or anything, but you'll notice that there's not a bathroom in here, and that's kind of one of the things that feels a little weird hiring somebody that I don't know, or even somebody that I do know. They'd have to go into the house where my 3 kids are and my wife is. I don't really feel comfortable with that. So if we were to get a new space, a new house, I'd probably build a pole barn with its own bathroom. I thought about putting a bathroom out here, but the city is a little weird about that. So we're where we're at right now, and that's fine. You'll notice that a lot of trim work needs to be done, a lot of stuff needs to be cleaned up, but let's get into it. A lot of people don't really know how small my garage is, but it is built in the 1940s and it's tiny. It can barely fit our van. That's our neighbor's house. Yeah, he's the one that creeps on us sometimes. But in here, I have my 4x8 router. This is the ZenBot metal frame. I think it's the newer one. Over here is the computer that powers that. And then I have like my packaging station. You can tell by all the cardboard mess on the floor. We just finished a large job of about 10,000 of our acrylic shelf talkers, so I haven't got a chance to clean up yet. And it's been really hot the past couple days, so I don't really want to come out here too often. I've just been producing what I need to produce and getting the heck out of here and working on like some CEO tasks. Over here on this side, this is kind of a hodgepodge of crap. This is actually my wife's printer. I gave it to her because I was gonna sell one of my Etsy shops and she decided to just take it over. So it's still money in my pocket, so that's cool. This is a sublimation printer. Not really doing much with that right now because I just kind of got rid of a lot of stuff that we're not gonna be doing anymore. Just some crap up there, scrap acrylic down here. Storage basically right now. This wall, for people that have been watching me for a while, was a tiny little entryway. The other day we were able to cut that all out and make it a little bit wider. That's going to help a lot with this furnace right here, blowing into there in the winter time. And then I also got this kind of dust collector thing going on up here. It helps out a ton when I'm kind of sanding stuff. It's not really ideal. I need to get some of those like clear plastic thingies in here between this doorway once I frame it up. That way I can walk in and out. And then this is gonna be the clean room. We have a little doorway here that's really sketch because the water has been damaging it. The gutter's broken, I gotta fix that. All of these windows in here need to be replaced. I have them out in the barn, but I don't have time to do it, and I don't really want to spend money on that right now. It's going to be more of a fall project. I cut down on our printers by a ton. We only have 5 of the bamboo P1Ps left. We've outsourced quite a bit of our work to another supplier here in Michigan. So I really only run 2 of those. We have our AC right there that I'm not even going to bother turning on because this room is not insulated well enough. And then over here we have our kind of acrylic bending station. I have another acrylic bender right there. And then this is the new one. We have an industrial chiller now because the buckets of ice water were not keeping up whatsoever. And trash bin, gotta have a lot of trashes, a fan, don't look in there. And then over here we just have our laser. Again, industrial chiller. We use a Mac Pro, super old one, for running the laser. So it's not that big of a deal. So that's kind of what we're running with here. It's a really tiny shop, nothing spectacular. This is the opening. We kind of over-engineered this beam here and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna really enjoy this opening here. I gotta clean this up. I think next year I'm gonna paint white the walls. I'm gonna just paint everything white if we're still in this area. But I'm trying to protect our profits by not expanding too much, just because I don't really wanna run into not having money. I know that a lot of us entrepreneurs and business owners like to spend money because it's a write-off, but let's be honest, I'd rather have money in the bank, even if it was taxed, than just equipment, because you know, saving for a house and stuff is kind of a pain in the butt, and I don't really want to sell our house and have another mortgage, so we're gonna plan for that. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm gonna try to put a list of all the things that I've shown. They are affiliate links, so we do get a little cut of that. I'm gonna put my email down there if you guys wanna send me an email for questions. I am total open book here, minus some of the secret things that I typically don't share, but you know, today you guys got a little glimpse of that. Thanks again, I'll catch you on the next one.